The same stone is the Sange Avsat stone that Muslims worship in Kaaba. And he crushed his body and the whole being under that meteor. And that is where our Tirth Sthan, Gaya, is situated. The meteor that there is not from this earth. Everyone dies. So even if we become Indra, he dies, we become Brahma, Brahma dies, we become Vishnu, Vishnu dies. They have a very, very long time dimension. We are said to be born from a big bang. So we will never be able to escape this cycle of life and death. So it is a useless question of thinking, I want to have moksha, I want to have mukti. So we will keep taking birth and we will keep dying. Forget about this self-hypnosis thing, and it's a nonsense issue looking for mukti or salvation. Enjoy. Just enjoy. Namaskar ji.
Namaskar. Namaskar.
Lovely. What a beautiful audience. We are here in New Jersey and we are scheduled to do a class on few beautiful questions with a beautiful audience. Let's see what all comes up from you and what all I can give as an answer. We are today here to talk about two beautiful questions. One question that was raised was, do we die actually, and is it possible to get mukti or moksha, that is salvation? So to have a better understanding, we must know that we will never be able to escape this situation of life and death. Whatever happens, we do the best of the karma, and we talk even about salvation. We can rise above this dimension of life. That is, we can become devtas, we can become Indra, maybe Brahma, maybe Vishnu, but even they die. So it is an impossible thing to get out of this cycle of life and death. So we must keep living, we must keep dying. People usually say, I don't want to come back to this earth again. That's a fine thing. You can go to planet Mars, you might go to Pluto, but ultimately you will go somewhere. Because consciousness will never cease to exist. And if consciousness wants to take a form, you will again have a cycle of life and death. We live every day, we die every day. Usually we say, my heart is broken. There is a death in installments. Usually people get sick. Sickness means sick body. The body becomes sick when it starts losing the water content. We are blessed with 72% water part in the body, 90% brain is water, and then 100% water is in the third eye. That is the pineal gland. Slowly this gets calcified and we start losing the water content. A young boy, a small baby with flexible bones has 90% water content. A young man has 72%. An old guy has 60%. That is why they are not able to move properly. They have brittle bones. So we start losing the water content. Water means flexibility. The more we are flexible towards life, there is accept and surrender, the better the life is. The day we start saying, I don't want to come back to this earth, I don't want to live, I want to have mukti, I want to have moksha. It means you are getting old. You are losing the water content in you, and you're losing it because you have learned rigidity and you are not ready to bend. Your I brain, your ego is more and most important than anything. That is why we start looking for this question, where do we come from? Where will I go? Do we have heavens in life? And then we start following some cult or some Guruji or anybody. We start going to a temple regularly. So that means we are now losing the water content. The lesser the flexibility in the mind, the lesser the flexibility in the body. Because wherever we want to take our body, we use the mind. And then comes a time when the body stops listening to the mind. The mind wants to be healthy, but the body says, oh, I have a frozen shoulder, my knees pain, I have pain in the back. Why? Because the body is no more ready to listen to the mind, because it's not working to the optimum water content that is required to have a healthy and a youthful life. The vigor and vitality once lost cannot be reimbursed, it cannot be reinstated. So what we start doing, we start looking for some cult or some dharma or some religion or some temple, and we develop a self-hypnosis state of mind. This self-hypnosis state of mind forces us to do bhakti. Bhakti, there are very few people who are bhakt like Kabir, like Meera, and few others who actually got themselves devoted into Krishna or whatever devta or god they believe to exist. But ultimately, people usually go into some sort of cult and then they become ardent followers. They have problems at home, they quarrel, they have problems with money, they have problems with body. They are totally unhappy, but then they are strict followers of any cult, any religion, any type of temple. They have to understand they are in self hypnosis because they want to get out of this circle of life and death. You can never escape this circle, this cycle of life and death. You will go to a lower dimension. Maybe you get birth as a dog, or maybe as a termite, or maybe as a wolf or a cat, and you can get a birth in a higher dimension as a devta or gandharv, a kinnar, or whatever. There are different dimensional creatures. We call them aliens. It is said so that when an intergalactic war happened, then the Almighty Vishnu, which had a form of a god, he had a fight with a Danav called Ashatan, a Danav, called Gayasur. Gayasur, Gaya is the name, and Asur means demon. So Gayasur, they had a fight. And what Lord Vishnu did was, he took a whole meteorite and crushed Gayasur under the meteorite and pushed him down and below. In the planetary movement, he came to now called Bihar, Patna, and he crushed his body and the whole being under that meteor. And that is where our Tirth Sthan, Gaya, is situated. The meteor that there is not from this earth. The same meteor, the same stone is the Sange Avsat stone that Muslims worship in Kaaba. The same stone is there. These meteors are not the beings of this planet Earth. They have no quality of this planet's Earth or dust. So these are intergalactic beings. So we can climb on to become an intergalactic being, a higher being. We have seen a movie, Interstellar. Interstellar movie shows us that how hero, heroine, the stars of the movie, they plant the whole humanity on a different planet. Anne Hathaway is the scientist, and Matthew McConaughey and Anne Hathaway. He takes the eggs and sperm, and then Anne Hathaway is planting them into on another planet. So that is maybe how we came into this planet as well. That is why people say, where did we come from? How did we come from? So maybe we have been ever existing, maybe in some other dimension, in another galaxy, and we were planted here. So these questions are certain questions which are beyond our thought process, beyond the time dimension of our being on this planet Earth. Maybe there are many Earths, maybe there are many lives, many ways, many beings. So such alien beings, we can climb on to become them, but even they die. Everyone dies. So even if we become Indra, he dies, we become Brahma, Brahma dies, we become Vishnu, Vishnu dies. They have a very, very long time dimension. We are said to be born from a Big Bang. 14.6 billion years ago, there was a Big Bang. And from singularity, achanak se suddenly, a bang happened and the galaxy was born. It has been ever expanding. It is said the universe is still traveling and it is expanding at a very fast pace. But ultimately what happens is any and all planets, they become supernova, they collapse in their own density and then ultimately become a neutron star and then they are destroyed by a black hole. So we emerged from a black hole, we go and end up in a black hole. That time dimension being different. We humans have a time dimension of 100 years, a dog has 10 to 14 years, something like that. So we will never be able to escape this cycle of life and death. So it is a useless question of thinking, I want to have moksha, I want to have mukti. Mukti, better way to describe is, I want to leave this body and go to another body. Because this body, the expectations that I have had in this body have not been fulfilled. So I don't like it. It's like I don't like this suit, I'll go for another suit. I don't like this car, I'll go for another car. That is what Krishna says in Gita. Atma doesn't die. It changes the body just like we change a cloth, just like we change a garment. That is how being on this earth changes and says, I want to mukti from this. So we die, and we die means we cease to exist. There is nothing called death. It's just an expression. We cease to exist in this body and then we go to another body, and that is mukti. When we talk about moksha, salvation, moksha means we are still alive. We are still alive means we are still in the same body, in the same vessel, and now we no more get enticed by anything. That is being a sadhu, a saint, a monk, a guru. When you do not get enticed by X, you look at a sweet, your mouth does not water. You are under your control. You look at a car, your eyes don't go crazy. Wow. You look at some other person's money, you don't go crazy. You don't say, oh, I want it. The other thing does not entice you. Same way, God shouldn't entice you. Mukti shouldn't entice you. Swarg, heaven should not entice you. Money should not entice you. They will come to you. When they will come to you, that means you have a higher magnet than the other thing. Whenever we do not get something in life, luck from our partner, money from our work, XYZ, whatever, that means the magnet is weak. So never complain the other person is bad. Always understand my magnet is weak. So when your magnet is not weak, that means nothing outside that is existing from your body entices you. So you will never go crazy. The mind doesn't go crazy, the body doesn't get sick. The body will always listen to the mind, and you will never have sickness. Even if the sickness comes because of past life karma, it will come for a small time, for a short duration, in a small way, and it will pass by. So forget escaping from this life, forget that I don't want my dukh, my parishani, my problems, I want to escape, I want to have moksha. It is all in the understanding. Wrong questions are never answered. So looking for salvation, it's a nonsense issue. Even Krishna died. That means ceased to exist in the body. Even Ram ceased to exist in the body. Buddha had the same thing. Jesus went away. Everyone, Muhammad, they had the same fate. So whatever being we are born as, we will keep taking birth, we will keep dying. How does that make any difference? I don't want to come back to this earth. It is just like saying, I don't want the sun to shine that much. Sun doesn't bother. Who the hell are you? So you keep wanting anything XYZ, God is not going to listen that way. Because you're looking for God outside. Once God ceases to exist in you, we say Ram Nam Satya hai. This person is no more. This person is no more. Something inside the body is no more. That was the person. So we will keep taking birth and we will keep dying. Forget about this self-hypnosis thing, and it's a nonsense issue looking for mukti or salvation. Enjoy. Just enjoy. And enjoyment means I am enjoying, the other person is not troubled because of my enjoyment. All through the life, we will observe that we have been cribbing and cribbing and cribbing more than what we have enjoyed. If we learn to enjoy more and we learn to crib less, we have fun, we will have an enjoyable life, and our death will be fantastic. We must make our mission, we have to die in a beautiful manner. That is heaven on earth. And what was the second question we had?
Instant gratification versus delayed gratification. That is a term recently we come across pretty.
Yeah, the second question was what is instant gratification and what is delayed gratification. So it is like Shukrana. We are having gratitude towards God. That at least whatever He has blessed us with, we are thankful for that. But everybody is upset because we look at the missing parts. We do not look at the things that we have gained. Everybody is upset, oh my God, I have one white hair. So that becomes a trouble. So instant gratification and delayed gratification, these are mere words. These days, whatever you sell on YouTube, if you keep selling, it becomes a statement. Something like an instant gratification or delayed gratification. These are nonsense issues. You have gratitude towards God, you don't have gratitude towards God, God is not asking you for that. God never asked for, give me a mandir, a temple. Ram is least bothered, you make Ram mandir for me or not. Even till now, Jerusalem has a problem. Christians are fighting, Muslims, they have problems with Palestinians. That is a holy place. There is a place called Ramallah. Ram and Allah. See the word, amazing. And there a lot of problems. People are fighting. Palestinians are at unease. Israelis are at unease. And three religions: Judaism, Islam, and Christianity. They have problem in that region, and that's God's area. Do you think God, in whatever form that He's existing there, He bothers? You have to have my synagogue, or you have to have my mandir, or you have to have my masjid. No. God is an energy. People keep saying, "Can you show me God? Can I see God?" Wrong question. God is felt. God is an energy. You can see things. Can you see seeing? Can you see your breath? Can you see the hearing? These are energies. So the same way, God is an energy. You can feel them. Something that you cannot explain is energy. You can never explain what is sour, what is sweet. How do you feel good? Explain. You cannot. You feel sad. How do you feel sad? You just feel sad. That's it. That is how God is. So this is a wrong question. I want to see God. Can you prove God exists? Wrong question. You will cease to exist in the body, and after that you realize God exists or not. Because you will not exist. You exist, God exists in you. God still exists. This is the etheric body we all are blessed with. So instant gratification or delayed gratification has nothing to do with God's botheration. It is just a mere statement. You have gratification, you have gratitude towards God, you don't have, doesn't make difference. Baba Nanak has said, be in Shukrana. 24/7, have gratitude towards just being. You are. There are people who are upset, I don't have money. Point one. There are people who say, I have a lot of money, but not good health. The one who does not have good money, he has okay health. There are people who say, I don't have kids. Oh my God, I'm very upset. There are people who say, why do I have kids? Yes, that's true. People are rich, they have a lot of education, and they want to die. People are weak, upset, unhappy, and they want to live. See this drama of life? This is a drama of life. This is it. This drama will continue. That is being human. And not looking at this nonsense, understanding, oh, there's a good morning, there's a good evening, there's a dusk time, then there's a good night. There's a full moon, there's a no moon. Oh, this is a drama, it's a movie. Now you do not get affected by anything, don't get infected by anything external, you don't get enticed by anything external. Wow, you're blessed. This is moksha, this is salvation. It is as simple as that. You get enlightened in a split second. It's all about understanding. And then what else to do? Life looks to be missionless. Even if you make a mission, you make a goal, not necessary that you'll achieve it. People make petty goals, petty. I am repeating this word again and again. I want to have a Lamborghini. It's a petty thing. Someday, one day, someone does attain it and they say, wow, I've done big. You think a 10 feet by 5 feet vehicle in this bigger earth accounts for something that you have done something great or good? It is nothing. It's a petty thing. You want to make a villa. What the hell with villa? It's a small portion on this bigger earth. Whatever highest of goals we make, whatever highest of targets we make, it is just to boost our ego. It is nothing as big, as specific that we say, wow, we have achieved or attained something. It is just ego. Nothing else. So celebrate life, enjoy. You want to cry? Go ahead, cry. Cry at the whatever best way you can cry. Finish it off. Excrete. Don't keep nonsense and shit inside you. The body doesn't keep shit inside. The mind should not throw it out, spit it out, speak it out. If you can't speak it to people or anyone, go out to the space and speak it out. In open space, release it Get it out of your body. Automatically you will see, wow, the mind is fresh, I am fine. And then what? Then nothing, that is life. That is it. You will die, you will be born again. You can't escape. God is never come on this earth. God is never going to come. In no religion there is evidence of God coming to earth and then saying, okay, I'll give you this, I'll do that. Those who claim to be God, they were avatars and even they died. So this is going to continue. Just be in gratitude, be in shukrana and live life. Stop cribbing, stop getting upset. This is it. And if life is difficult to live, only one way to live: become selfish. Hell with her, hell with him, hell with them, and live for me. That is what a baby does. A small baby, hyper selfish, very, very selfish. A saint, very selfish, least bothered about anything or anyone. The child is same. When we are kids, we are born in the mother's womb. We eat the body of the mother. We are parasites. We eat them up from within. Then we eat their wallet. Then we eat their sleep. Then we eat their emotions, their mental health. And then we are so habitual of letting us being eaten. We want them to eat us up again and again and again. We lose being selfish and they are selfish. That is why kids are happy. That is why a saint is happy. And we are always unhappy. Because we want us to be chewed. And then we say, I want to be happy. We are living a nonsense life. We don't develop this understanding how to live my life. The right way of saying is the art of living my life. Not the art of living. There is no singular art of living that this is the way of life. No, everybody has different DNAs. We will live our ways. So the art of living my life, that is what we choose, and hell with anything and everything. That is what we do. We fight at home, we fight with our wife, we fight with our husband, we scold our kids, the kids scold the parents, and they go outside and they say, I've done charity, good karma. God is not stupid. Our visual cortex keeps the photographic memories of everything. We have an organ called hippocampus. Women have double the size of men. It stores all the memories. So we have all the memories. It is said when a person is dying, all the bad karma, all the memories, they flash in front of the eyes of the dying person in a split second. And he or she picks up a photograph and the next birth starts from there. So we have to be very careful. That is what awareness is all about. That is what Gyan is all about. Once you can activate it, we say, we are using my third eye. Otherwise, we are all the time using someone else's third eye. People are telling us, do this, don't do that. Parasites, they are still eating us up. Be selfish, be a saint. A saint is a selfish person who doesn't trouble anyone, nobody. A child is a person who troubles everyone for his or her sake. That is the only difference. That is awakening, that is understanding. We are these days into a self-hypnotic spell of manifestation. Wow, I'll manifest X. Those who can manifest die richer. And trust me, they have a bad death. Because they cry, oh my God, this much I'll leave when I die. A person who has this much says, what the hell will I leave? Even if I die, doesn't make difference. He or she dies happy. Enjoy life, enjoy, trust me, enjoy. We are into the habit of cribbing and crying. Enjoy. And you can learn to enjoy only via a second person because you don't know. With the same brain that knows how to crib, you cannot correct it. The same brain cannot correct itself. Only someone else. That is where a guru comes in picture. Someone else who can correct you, treat you. That is what a doctor is for. You can't do your surgery. You can't cut your own hair. So you can't be a learned person without someone else teaching you, telling you, preaching you, making you understand life. This is divine.
So Gurudev, you said you take a picture at the time of death and you reborn from that point.
Yeah.
Is there a time dimension when you will be reborn? Or it will be like instant, it can be thousands year, it can be 100 year. Because different time dimension, right?
I'll give a short answer because we have a class by name Death on this. It's a 2-hour long class. When we escape from this body, the Atma has an astral cord attached to it. That's a silver cord, it is said so. And it hovers upon the body, it doesn't want to leave. So it wants to be with the body, it doesn't believe this has happened. Only the enlightened ones know, oh, I've left the body. So they are the ones who can go to a higher dimension, not this one. That is how it is said that when Krishna has said, Yada yada hi dharmasya glare bhavati bharata, whenever there will be problem, I will come. So he will come where from? From a higher dimensional planet that is called Vishnu Lok. And then he comes to correct things up, shake them up. So such people go to a higher dimensional place, which is like a dream world for us. Otherwise, we are born usually as Pret. Pret means the Atma does not have a body to use as a display. That is what we do. That Pret is the one that moves around while we are sleeping. The brain goes different places, several places. That is Pret. It keeps moving. So, this is another topic.
This is another topic.
Yeah, we can have questions.
The first question from YouTube is, I've always followed my mother, but now I don't get along with her, and it brings up anger, and I'm worried all the time. What do we do?
This person has always followed his mother and now doesn't get along with the mother, and now anger comes. So when he followed the mother was a caretaker and used to listen to him. She was all the time trying to please him. That is the way he liked her. And now the mother has started asking him to do this, not to do that. That is why anger has come up, because he likes that mother only. This mother is a new mother he doesn't like. That is the only thing. So either he changes the mother or he changes his house. Because now if I'll say you change, very difficult. Because he has been spoiled by the mother. We have a delta phase of mind that is 0.5 to 4 hertz. And 4 hertz to 7 hertz is a theta brain. That is a dreamer's brain. And after 7 to 14 is the alpha brain. That is the teenage guy's brain, where we reach puberty as well. The best of the memories stay with us from 4 to 7 and less best remain from 4 to 14. So if you correct the kid at a younger age, give him 2-3 on the bumps, he remembers all the time. But we keep giving love, keep giving love, keep giving love. The child says, I deserve love only. His memory, his brain bank doesn't know about scolding, doesn't know how to correct, to be correct. He thinks, this is the way I'll get love. So the child says, I will not change. The child won't change ever. If after 14 you want to punish the child, you have destroyed the child already, the child will destroy you. You must punish. How? With love. Just for the sake of teaching. That is what at our times our teachers used to do. They used to check whether this ear is attached to us or not. And that remains in the memory. We have stopped doing this to our kids these days. The kids deserve it because that is a memory. They will learn to respect us. God does this every time with us. He keeps checking our ears, keeps slapping us. We never do this. That is why we love God. We are afraid of God. Kids are never afraid of parents. We have never done that. We are stupid. And then we say, oh, I have brains. Those who say this person has brains, even that he is stupid. Because you are telling this stupid person is better stupid than me. So you respect that. If your life is good, no questions asked. You have brains, you are intelligent. Your life will tell you how good a driver you are.
The next one is, what to do when you realize all your bad karma and mistakes, how to get out of guilt and shame.
What to do when you realize your
Bad karma and mistakes.
when you realize your bad karma and mistakes. See, these are the beautiful wrong questions. What to do when you realize your bad karmas and mistakes? One, who has done these karmas? The person, the brain that never thought they were bad. That is why the person did them. Now, who is the one who is realizing these karmas are bad and were mistakes? That brain which once when did not deem them to be bad or mistakes, but because of the results that came out of those karma, now thinks, oh my god, they were wrong. It's the second person. Now there's a third person who has disgraced himself or herself in their own eyes and they have not developed guilt. How the hell could I do this karma? I shouldn't have done this. How could I be proven wrong to me? Number one, number two, number three. Number one did a karma, never thought it was wrong. Listened to no one. The second one said, oh my god, this has wrong results. And the third one is saying guilt. Guilt means, I shouldn't have done this. I don't want to. This is all drama. People who realize they never do mistakes, they never do guilt. Guilt, a person who feels guilty is a highly egoistic person. The prime problem is they develop a new drama. They say, I have humble ego. They become humble. Those who are humble have the greatest ego of all times. They behave good. They show they are very good because they don't want to displease another person. Because if the other person gives an opposite reaction or a displeasurable reaction, they will not like it. That is why they say, okay. I'm okay with you. So those who are humble, they are very dangerous because they'll feel bad very, 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 very early. So many worries. So he is being guilt-free. Drama, he is doing drama. His brain is doing drama to himself. It's okay, he did a wrong karma, he did mistake, it's okay. He should have listened to someone. If he didn't, then listen to the part two brain. Then he must realize, oh, I could be stupid. I could be wrong. So that's a good thing. Instead of realizing, he's saying, I feel guilty. Yeah.
But he's saying, what should I do now?
I've already told.
What
Realize you are stupid.
But he's saying that he's realizing he's stupid.
Yeah, that's good. If he's realizing stupid, the seed is planted and now he will become a better person. The seed is planted and he should stop being guilty. Krishna had, whole Mahabharata has one teaching. There's nothing wrong or right. Be guilt-free, Arjun. Arjun has been crying, he's cribbing, he's weeping, oh my God, so many wrongdoings I'll do, lot of people will die. Krishna says there is nothing like wrong or right. And he has proven it. Lot of Maharathis, big shots were killed because of Krishna. Sam, Dam, Dand, Ved. Everything is fine in love and war. So once Arjuna realized, yes, it's all Leela, it's all drama. Everything is fair. That is what Krishna says. There are 9 types of darshan in our Granth, in our books, holy books. And 3 are the ones which say there is no God. That is, one is darshan of Buddha, the other is Mahavir, and the third is Charvak. Grinam Kritva, Gritam Pritva. Take loans and drink ghee. Hell with everyone. This is a darshan shastra. This is a philosophy in our Sanatan. So this is also a way of life. Never feel guilty. Arjun, be guilt-free. That is it. Yes, please.
How to keep your wife happy?
There's no answer for that.
Now, there is answer. There is answer. This is a wonderful question. People don't understand the gravity of this question. He's saying how to keep your wife happy.
Keep himself happy.
You know what a wife is? A wife is a companion. A wife is a companion to live with you through the hard times and vice versa. A wife is a companion to live with you through hard times, because good times, everyone is your friend. It is the bad times that are the testing times that tell that this person is going to be close to you or not. So wife is not there to be kept happy. That is a girlfriend. You have to keep your girlfriend happy so that she becomes a wife. You have to keep your boyfriend happy so that he becomes a husband, falls into the trap. And the trap is, now you will be my companion for bad times, not for good times. If good times are there, it's a lottery. And good times will happen only when you learn to forgive and forget. Your question has another wrong portion in it. Happy. You know, happy? Something like happiness never exists. You can be less unhappy, you can be more unhappy. You know, nowhere on this earth happiness is there. Least unhappy person is said to be happy. Now you're saying how to keep the wife happy. The same vice versa. Wife can also ask how to keep the husband happy. It is not your headache to keep your wife happy. It is not your headache to keep your husband happy. You will ruin your life. You will go crazy. You will start acting rather than behaving natural. Never try to keep your wife happy because that is impossible. You can do this that you don't make her unhappy. Never love your wife. Never love your husband. Never love your wife. Never love your husband. What you have to do is never hate your wife. Never hate your husband. You have to understand the gravity of this. Love will cease to exist one day. Don't hate them. The problem is not I love you or not. The problem is I hate you or not. We are being taught wrongly. Now you will be friends forever or you will be partners in life for good times and bad times. No, for bad times, because life is full of bad times. We marry to have license to have sex. Why? Because we reproduce. That is the way of Prakriti, nature. Nature says we have to keep reproducing. And once we have kids, they are a challenge. How to take care of that challenge? That is why two are needed. This is because of the principle of duality. There is sun, there is moon, there is light, there is darkness, there is heat, and then there is cold. There is nothing like cold. There is more heat and less heat. When no heat, it is said cold. Nothing like cold is there. There is light and then there is no light. No light is said to be dark. So the question is wrong. How to keep my wife happy? You don't have to keep your wife happy. You don't have to keep your husband happy. You don't have to keep your kids happy. You have to take care of them. You have to see to it that they don't struggle much. We are all the time trying to keep our kids happy. That is why kids don't reciprocate, because that's a wrong way of life. You don't have to hate your wife. You don't have to hate your husband. How can you love anyone? God doesn't love us. That is why He doesn't listen to us. God doesn't hate us. You have to look at the other way. It is hot or it is absence of heat. It is never cold. This was a beautiful question. And he innocently asked it because he even doesn't know the answer. He don't understand the gravity of this question. You have been thinking wrongly, you have been taught wrong. And once you get to know the right way to understand it, now you will change. Your modus operandi will decide whether you will be a happy or unhappy couple. A happy couple means not an unhappy couple. How can you be happy with husband and wife? You can only be happy with friends. Do you treat your wife as your friend? No. You cannot treat your wife as your friend. You cannot treat your husband as a friend because you cannot tell them everything. You have to understand. Why is God our friend? Why is God our friend? Because we speak all nonsense shit A, B, C, D, X, Y, Z to God. That is why I feel God is my friend. Whatever type of God you decide. But you can't do this with your wife. You can't do it with your husband. So the word of wife, the word of husband, that is wrong. It is said in our Sanatan, the husband should be the father of the wife. And the wife should be the mother of the husband. If you two people know how to behave, and this is the way to behave, then love will blossom because there will be respect and care. Something like love does not exist. It's only attraction. For marriage, sex. Later, moh. Something like love does not exist. If you talk about love, it is let go. Do you let go your wife's whatever she does or says? Does your wife follow the principle of letting go? No, they cannot.
It's recorded forever.
You cannot.
It's getting recorded forever.
I think Lincoln needs one-on-one session with him.
Yeah. Trust me, you cannot. You have to understand. This is the principle. This is wood. You can put a nail in it. If it had been metal, you cannot. So what you're thinking is a wrong question. How can you answer it? I want a cold sun. How is it possible? So you have to understand, you have been thinking wrongly. That is why no answer, no solution since 10, 20, 40 years till then. Your thinking is wrong. That is why you are not able to tackle. How to tackle my wife? Stop treating her like a wife. Treat her like your daughter.
Ooh.
How to tackle my husband? Treat him like your son. The mother can love the son, cannot love the husband. She can get attracted to him. So if you have that much attraction quotient, that much gravity in you, your wife will be attracted to you. She can never love you. Because in the morning she'll say, I love you, and in the evening she'll say, I am wrong, I must hate him. And vice versa. Even the husband does that. That is why men go to other women. What for? For sex. It is the body brain. It is the body brain that gets married. Mind doesn't. Mind gets married rarely. And when it does, there is respect and love. There is care and love. Actually, love cannot exist. So you have to tackle a husband, tackle a wife, because you are friends for bad times. That's it. So simple.
The next question is, my ego and Shadvikar has caused irreparable damage to all of my relations. I feel lonely and worthless. Is there any chance I can have relationships again in life? Because I need them.
This person's ego has destroyed his life. Ego is a bomb. We have done a class on this by name Chenu. When ego comes, it must create destruction. And this person has lost all the relations, all love, etc., etc. Now the person wants to rebuild. So now he must learn to bow down and touch feet of n number of people and start forgiving himself or herself. They will forgive him is their choice, but he must bow down. Once you bow down, that is why this sanskar of touching feet is made. Because when the body bows down, the mind bows down. Actually, in a regular way, what happens is the mind bows down and then the body touches the feet of another person. It's a very difficult task to touch someone's feet. Extremely difficult. Something inside you breaks. Something inside you breaks. So, but when the mind is ready to touch someone's feet, the body will follow. When the mind does not, then practice with the body. And one day the mind will start following. Once the mind bends, ego will disappear. And once ego will disappear, you will rebuild all relationships, all love. Love in a way, whatever way. It will replenish. Anything and everything we regain in the body is when ego disappears. Ego means I. The existence, the feeling of I am existing disappears when we sleep. And sleep is the only part of our life where the body heals itself. If you are dying, you have a problem, the doctor wants a surgery on you, the doctor will put you to sleep, auto heal. Ego must disappear and everything will heal. If you learn how to just vanish off with your ego, your life is going to blossom. That is what husband and wife fight for. How could you talk to me like that? Ego. That's it. Actually, there is identity crisis. Anji.
The next one is, if it's all ego,
If it's all,
why do billionaires or multimillionaires buy multiple houses, vacation homes, cars? They're most likely Gyani. How do we attain it all and stay sage?
if it is all about ego, why do multi-millionaires and billionaires buy a lot of houses, a lot of cars? They don't have option. You've seen a child, the child goes, buys 10 toys. Because it is for sure that the child will get bored from one toy in 2, 3, 4 days, 5 days. Someone who can buy bigger toys, he buys 10 houses, 20 cars. So they are toys for that person. Nothing else. The child flaunts his toys, a billionaire flaunts his toys. The child, after getting bored, gives his toys to another friend. The billionaire, after getting tired and bored of his cars, and other things, becomes a philanthropist. That's it, nothing else. They don't have option. Why do women buy so many clothes? Because they can, only then. You think they have more money? No. If a lady has less money, she will buy cheaper clothes, but she will buy. Because that is it, how she is. It is all ego. So once we learn to be happy in less, we cease to be unhappy in more. Hanji,
Only
please.
one more question. It's something serious. I mean, don't take me serious.
Don't worry,
So
don't
when
worry,
you
I will
say-
grill it up.
When you say that when you are sleeping, your ego is or your body is healing itself, right?
Yeah.
And that's when you are kind of unconscious. When the doctor treats you, they are putting you to sleep, right? What is the difference in that kind of sleep and sleeping when you're drunk?
When you,
It's a very good question.
see, amazing part. You had a funny question earlier, and you see what the gravity of the question was. You think this will have the same thing? It will.
But this is a serious question.
No, that was more serious. You didn't know the gravity of it. He's asking that when we are sleeping, the body gets healed, and when the body gets healed, are we in an unconscious state of being? We are not in the unconscious state of being. Our unconscious is always working. It can never be put to sleep. That is why we call it unconscious. The subconscious goes to sleep. That is what happens. So when you're sleeping naturally, that means your neurons, there are 100 billion neurons in the brain. Those 100 billion neurons are erect. Like I'm talking to you, and if I'm talking, giving you proper answers, my all neurons are working in a full functionality. If you are able to understand, your neurons are awake as well. But over the time, we keep working, the neurons get tired. And at the end points of the neurons, something as a dust gathers, because the neurons say, I am tired, I cannot do anything anymore. So there's a dust is called adenosine phosphate. And because of that, two neurons are not able to pass current into each other. That is why we feel sleepy. We do this. We get a big dose of oxygen, and then we semi-sleep, and then we ultimately yawn and go to a sleep. That is natural sleeping. Now you get drunk. First question, why do you get drunk? Because your brain is ever exhausted. That is called stress. Stress means you're thinking again, the same thing. If you think 10 lakh things which are different, your brain will never get exhausted. You are thinking the same thing 10,000 times, adenosine phosphate gets corrected very early. So now the neuron fails to recognize whether I have to droop down and relax or not. And it says I have to be in alert mode. So what we do when we sleep in the night, someone comes with a broom and cleans all the carpet, all the neurons. And then when we are awake, the joints are functioning again. And we say, wow. At night we are not able to sleep because we are all the time constantly being hammered by a same thought or a single thought or maybe multiple thoughts. We don't sleep. So what we do, we artificially take alcohol. Now alcohol is a relaxant. It in the starting dilates the blood vessels and blood supply becomes wow, good. When more of blood is supplied in the brain, the adenosine phosphate gets cleaned and the neurons just relax and then you sleep. It's same. One you are doing naturally, the other one you are doing artificially. Body needs sleep. The third one is people take sleeping pill. The third eye forgets to create melatonin. They say this has to be 100% water. That means you have to be very flexible towards life. Your sleep cycle will never get disturbed. Not only sleep cycle, the whole endocrine system will be good. But when it forgets, that means it's calcified. That means what? You will die, you won't bend. You will not accept. You will not surrender. You will keep fighting. So your third eye loses production of melatonin. It not able to recognize the time. It breaks its cycle with the sun. And that is why you have to take a sleeping pill. Sleeping pill is same. What you are doing with alcohol, sleeping pill is doing the same with you. So you have to understand, do not be dependent on this. There was a saint by name Gurjeet, very popular. Anybody who came to his ashram, he made sure that that person must drink. He made sure everyone must have alcohol because he used to check. He has taken so much alcohol and is he still awake? Has alcohol won him or he has won over alcohol? So alcohol will not change him. A car shouldn't change you. What your wife says shouldn't change you. You must be eksa. That is unchangeable, unshakable, unmovable. Then you have attached and attained yourself with the Nirakar. That is the one who is making you breath. You are alive, you have never taken a breath in your life. Something or someone is breathing inside you. He doesn't forget to breathe when you sleep. When you are with that Ek Omkar, then there are chances that you will lead a better life. And you will take another birth in a better dimension. Otherwise, we can be born as a worm, as a snake, whoever, whatever.
First one is, how can we get our mojo back? So how can we come back to the wala?
That's a good question.
How can we get our mojo back? How can we be the same? When we are not able to be the same, be the happy one, then look for someone who is. Touch him, ask his blessings, ask him to share that happiness. That person will teach you. That is why old people, just by being with the kids, they get their mojo back. So you have to look for someone who is happy, happier than you. You want to be rich? Meet someone who is happier than you. If you are sick, meet someone who is no more sick, who is better than, who has a better health than you. So if you want your happiness back, your liveliness back, meet a person, talk to that person, make that person your guru, even if it's a small child. And that person will teach you because in that person's aura, automatically you'll get bubbled up and you'll be happy. That is why people say, oh my God, when you come, we all feel suddenly happy. We get a glow on our face, and when you leave, again we are lost. That is aura. Accept aura from others. Your depleted aura makes you sick, makes you unhappy, and this depleted aura makes water content in your body reduced to a dangerous level, and that is why no more flexibility in life. That is why sickness in the body, sickness in the relationships, and that is the problem. We want happiness from others. We all are beggars. All husband and wife are beggars. You just said you want to make your wife happy. You are a beggar in front of your wife because you beg her for happiness. She is a beggar for you. She begs happiness from you. Why are we beggars? We should be kings. You know, people love someone who sacrifices for you. That is what friends are for. That is why we love our friends, we don't love our family.
Family never sacrifice.
Families never sacrifice. They say, you give, you give, you give. Learn the art of giving. Giving means we are deliberately leaving it. Otherwise, God will take everything one day, someday. The earth will take anything and everything that is ever existed. Even your name will disappear.
How to be in a state you've never been in before? So, for example, being in abundance when someone has not experienced it yet.
How to be in
Abundance.
abundance.
When you haven't experienced it yet.
Now see the beauty of this wrong question. How to be in abundance when you have never experienced that? So the question is like, how to be in a mall when you have never been to a mall? How do you know what abundance is when you have never been in abundance? You can never know. So you have to be attached to someone who might be knowing. So he needs a guru. The problem is he needs a guru. He won't be ready to become a shishya. It is not hunt for guru. The guru will appear. It is the problem that we are not ready to become a disciple. We don't follow. We want to follow the age-old traditional methods that we have been following since ages. Because my dada used to follow, my father used to follow, I will do the bloody same nonsense. Though my life is not happy, I am not able to drive my life happy, but I will do the same thing. And I will not understand or listen to anyone. I attend many people who are afraid to listen to what I say. I don't say, something in me says. Because they are worried, this person, if I listen to him, he will change me. And the more they don't want to listen, they will. That is how consciousness, the cosmic web works. So I say, keep fighting, don't listen to me. Rather, I say, oh, never listen to me. Now that must happen. That is a psychological warfare. That is called reverse psychology. Because people are afraid to listen to other person for the fear they might change what you are, and if you will be changed, you are what you are, and then you are nothing more. So you don't want to lose you. And that is what is needed. Lose you, you are a useless driver. Someone else will make you a better driver. The best of the doctors, even they need a teacher when they are students. So you have to be a student before you become a guru. So listen, learn, understand, follow. Nobody is going to teach you. If you are unhappy, usually people will say, go to hell. How does that make any difference to me? You will come across rare people, rare personalities in life who will tell you, do this, don't do that. Beware. You have to stop, you have to listen, you have to understand. Someone had the courage to tell you, listen to me. If you miss that chance, even that person will disappear. Even our family doesn't tell us do this or don't do that. They say, by the hell, don't tell this person anything. He will shout, she will shout. I don't want to disturb my peace. Hell with her, hell with him. Salute the person who comes, tells you something. They are words of wisdom. They will create a better version of you, version 2.0. And then you become a better driver. Learn to listen, learn to understand. Be your own driver, be your own guru. If you say, I'm unhappy, that means you're stupid, you are just a bad driver, you are not able to drive your vehicle in a proper manner on this road of life. If you are able to tackle the traffic, you are the best driver. If you are able to tackle life, you have to be happy. If you say, I'm unhappy, that means you are a bad driver. So stamp yourself, I am stupid, I am stupid. Acknowledge this, because this is a very, very tough thing to do. We say, no, I am not stupid. Accept me, all are. This is what the mind says. So first of all, you have to track down, trace the wrong inside me, and then you will be able to correct. The doctor first sees the X-ray, then the MRI, then goes and operates on you. So the fault has to be detected. So if you are unhappy, there is a problem here. Correct this. And trust me, you cannot correct yourself with the same brain. So become a disciple, someone else will. And lose the self-hypnosis. If you are in hypnosis of some cult or something or someone, you will not escape out of it. Because the brain produces endorphins when you are in any type of hypnosis. That is why people take ecstasy, LSD, because the brain goes for a toss. And you don't want to listen to anyone. And only a listener can become a better person of his own self. Love you all, Ji. So nice. I'm thankful to you. Full of gratitude to people who have joined and sitting here. Because you are the ones with the questions asked or unasked, which traveled in the cosmos, the grey matter traveled into the matter-antimatter situation of the cosmos, and from there an answer traveled into this grey matter. So you are the ones who are creating an answer in this brain because of the Akashic records being searched by this brain because of you. So I salute you all. I am thankful to everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ji. Thanks for the class. Wonderful. Love you all. Thank you.